I'm Dr. Charles Cotter, a 25-year training veteran with an extensive and expansive global business and learning footprint. Based on my continent-wide research across the African continent with a research scope of 13,000 respondents from 13 different African countries in Southern, East and West Africa, I found that in the diagnostic survey, which measured the strategic impact and value of current African-based HR practices, the average score was 62%. The research conclusion from this is seemingly the current African HRM practices are administrative, compliance-driven, and transactional, and certainly not strategic, commitment-driven, and transformational. Given my 4 levels of strategic maturity, it's very clear that at an average score of 62%, the current African HR professional community are at a level 2 of maturity, in other words, transactional. Therefore, there needs to be a sense of urgency to break through the 65% threshold to get to level 3 of maturity, transformational. That should be achieved in the short term, and then the medium to long term objective should be to break through the 80% threshold so that you can then reposition yourself and transform to a strategic performance advisor. Therefore, African-based HRM professionals must step out of the restrictive shadows of administering and supporting business performance and catapult themselves into the forefront of enabling and driving a high-performance organizational culture epitomized by business excellence. This will facilitate HRM breaking the mold of the stigma of business support to creating the enigma of business sustainability. Given this need of African-based HR professional community to transform and to reposition the current HR practices to a strategic performance level of maturity, I've conceptualized, designed and developed the 4 transformational pillars of strategic HR maturity model in 2024. These 4 transformational pillars in sequential order are: number 1, strategic intention. If you work in the public sector, you could probably argue the equivalent of this is the political will, because the source is, of course, the executive, the shareholders, the political leadership. Second strategic pillar is aspiration. There must be the strategic ambition. We have to be able to flip the script. We have to be able to change the narrative from a transactional to a transformational and ultimately strategic level of maturity. The third transformational pillar is inspiration. This must be sourced directly from the HR executive team. So chief HR officers, HR directors, they need to provide a primary source of inspiration. I would say secondary source of inspiration could be benchmarking. It could be the studying of case studies, case study analysis. But certainly, primarily, this must come from the HR executive leadership team. They need to be the primary source of inspiration. And then the fourth transformational pillar is perspiration. And that's really, once the foundation of the 3 preceding transformational pillars have been laid, this is where the hard work really starts. And this is not going to happen overnight. Having worked with a lot of different organizations, we're probably realistically looking to an 18 to 24-month journey, which will require a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. So to summarize, these 4 transformational pillars are strategic intention, the aspiration, the inspiration, and the perspiration. This is Dr. Charles Cotter signing out. I hope that you were able to extract some learning and application value from this very short video clip that focused on the 4 transformational pillars towards actualizing towards a level 4 of strategic human resources management maturity. Please like, share, comment on this video clip, especially those of you currently who are embarking on this journey of transformation. Love to get your insight, your experience, your wisdom, certainly key lessons that you've picked up along the pathway. I'd also encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube learning channel. Those of you that are interested in attending my various training programs, please drop me an email for a needs analysis or alternatively a copy of my learning prospectus. Thank you.